You, three friends, and a horde of mutant zombies closing in. No ammo, no backup, just vibes. Sound like a good weekend? Because in 2025, co-op gaming is on a whole different level. This year, we've seen co-op evolve into more than just a mode. It's a full-on experience. Whether you're into tactical shootouts, open-world survival, or wild, over-the-top chaos where friendly fire is just part of the fun, there's something out there for every kind of crew. In this video, we're counting down the 10 best co-op games to play with friends right now. Some are fresh out this year, others are still in early access but already delivering unforgettable squad moments, and a few might even surprise you. So whether you're looking for the next big game night title, or just a reason to yell at your friends in voice chat, this list has you covered. And hey, if your squad already has a favorite, drop it in the comments. We want to know what you're playing. All right, let's jump in. Number 10, PAX Day. What if your co-op game wasn't just about missions or kills, but about actually living a medieval life? PAX Day takes that idea and runs with it. It's a massive, open-ended sandbox MMO where you and your friends aren't just playing characters. You're building a world from the ground up. Set in a beautifully rendered medieval fantasy world, PAX Day lets you team up to craft entire villages, manage trade routes, defend your land from threats, and even dabble in spiritual influence. There are no strict classes or roles. Instead, your skills and identity emerge based on how you choose to play, whether you're a blacksmith, an explorer, a dungeon delver, or the guy who just builds the best kitchen. If your squad likes chill, slow-burn gameplay where the satisfaction comes from shared progress and meaningful cooperation, this is your jam. There's PvE for adventuring, player-made economies for trading, and even dangerous zones for the more hardcore types. Right now, it's still in early access on PC, with seasonal wipes and fresh updates rolling in regularly. But even in this state, it's already earned a devoted player base. PAX Day isn't about who can top the leaderboard, it's about who can build something that actually lasts. So, would your crew thrive here, or collapse before the first winter frost? Number 9. Deep Rock Galactic Rogue Core. 4 dwarves walk into a mine. Only chaos follows. Deep Rock Galactic Rogue Core takes everything fans loved about the original, the teamwork, the explosions, the beer, and throws it into a roguelite blender. What you get is a fast, unpredictable, and endlessly replayable co-op experience. This one's built for 1 to 4 players, and it drops you deep into procedurally generated caves filled with alien threats, valuable loot, and a whole lot of environmental hazards just waiting to kill you. The loop is simple: survive, loot, upgrade, repeat. But the way it plays out is anything but. Between each run, your team drafts new perks and abilities, creating wild combinations that change how you play on the fly. Maybe this run you're a fire-spewing tank, and next time you're the speedrunner with sticky grenades and 0 armor. Every mission throws new biome modifiers into the mix too. Acid rain, cave-ins, even gravity shifts. You never really know what's coming, which keeps things tense and hilarious. Rogue Core is expected to hit early access later in 2025 on both PC and consoles, and fans of the original game are already hyped. So, which of your friends would carry the gold? And which one would drop it to save you? Number 8. Arc Raiders. Imagine dropping into a war-torn world, trying to scavenge what's left of humanity, and then a mech, the size of a building, crashes down from orbit. Arc Raiders is a third-person PvP/VE extraction shooter that throws your squad into a gritty sci-fi battlefield where survival is never guaranteed. It blends the tension of something like Tarkov with a whole new layer of chaos, unpredictable enemy machines, hostile players, and dynamic weather that can mess with your plans at any second. Every match feels different. Sometimes it's all-out warfare, sometimes it's a tense, quiet crawl through ruins hoping no one hears you. The mix of PvE and PvP means you're always making decisions. Do we take the fight, or sneak blast and extract with what we've got? Arc Raiders is set to fully launch on October 30th, coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. It's been a long time coming, but it's finally ready to deliver something that feels big, brutal, and deeply co-op focused. So, what's your squad's move? Stealth, shoot, or run screaming? Number 7. The First Descendant. Warframe meets Borderlands with boss weak points the size of your ego. The First Descendant is a free-to-play co-op looter-shooter that doesn't hold back on scale or style. Whether you're diving into missions with friends or taking on one of its cinematic, screen-filling boss fights, this game is built from the ground up for high-octane squad play. You pick from a roster of unique characters called Descendants, each with their own abilities, playstyles, and synergies. One's a tanky disruptor, another's a blink-happy support. And when you combine them just right, your squad becomes an unstoppable force of chaos. It's live right now with seasonal updates rolling out new characters, raids, and cosmetics regularly. And yes, it's fully cross-play between PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so nobody has to sit this one out. If your squad wants a co-op shooter that's flashy, fast, and full of ways to customize how you play, this one's worth checking out. So, which Descendant matches your playstyle? And more importantly, who's getting all the good loot this time? Number 6. Once Human. Imagine Stardew Valley if it was cursed, radioactive, and full of tentacles. Once Human is one of the strangest and most fascinating co-op survival games out right now. Set in a warped post-apocalyptic world twisted by an alien substance called Stardust, this game drops you and your friends into a beautifully broken sandbox full of danger, mystery, and mutated creatures that honestly have no business being that creepy. It's an open-world survival game, but with a surreal sci-fi horror twist. You can team up with friends to explore abandoned cities, gather resources, build massive neon-lit bases, and fight off twisted enemies that seem to get weirder the deeper you go. The core loop is classic survival: explore, craft, build, and defend. But it throws in both PvE and PvP depending on the kind of server you join. One week you might be building out a peaceful commune, and the next you're defending it from invaders or forming uneasy alliances with rival squads. What really sets Once Human apart are the weekly zone mutators, randomized changes that affect enemy behavior, loot drops, and even weather patterns. One week you might be dealing with stealth-focused monsters that can cloak. The next, the entire zone might flood and spawn water-based threats. It keeps things fresh and forces your group to constantly adapt. The game launched globally in mid-2024, and its 2025 roadmap is already packed with new biomes, story expansions, and deeper social systems. It's only going to get weirder, in the best way possible. So, would your squad build a neon fortress in this apocalyptic dreamscape? Or would you end up Stardust food before the week's out? Number 5. No More Room in Hell 2. Permadeath, no UI, 8 players, you will scream. No More Room in Hell 2 is the kind of zombie game that doesn't want you to feel powerful. It wants you to feel hunted. Every bullet counts. Every door you open could be your last. And when you die, you stay dead. No respawns, no second chances. This is co-op horror at its most intense. You and up to 8 others drop into maps crawling with infected, and your only goal is to survive long enough to extract. But the game doesn't hold your hand. There are no health bars, no crosshairs, no flashy UI. You don't even know how badly you're injured. You just feel it in how your character moves. Ammo is limited and must be shared. Weapons are scavenged, not handed out. And yes, friendly fire is always on. The chaos that can erupt when a panicked teammate sprays into a dark hallway is part of what makes it so memorable. One wrong move, one missed shot, and suddenly half the team is on the floor, bleeding out. It's a nightmare, but one that's weirdly addictive, especially if your group loves realism, immersion, and that constant sense of dread. So, which of your friends would definitely shoot you by accident? And would you forgive them? Number 4. Borderlands 4. Guns, loot, chaos. You know the drill. But this time, Borderlands is getting smarter about how you play with your friends. Borderlands 4 brings back everything we love. The over-the-top weapons, the ridiculous humor, the wild enemy encounters, but this time, it's layered with some long-overdue improvements to co-op design. It's still the same core experience. Grab 3 friends, pick your vault hunters, run missions, blow up bosses, collect absurd amounts of loot, and laugh at jokes that are somehow both brilliant and awful. But under the hood, there's some real changes that make teaming up better than ever. For starters, loot and difficulty now scale independently per player. That means if your buddy's been grinding for 10 hours and you just started, you can still jump into their game without feeling like a weak link or totally overpowered. They've also reworked the drop-in system, so joining or leaving mid-mission feels smooth and seamless. No more breaking the flow just because someone's connection hiccups or a new player wants in. And of course, there are brand new Vault Hunters to choose from, each with deep skill trees and unique co-op synergy. Whether you're into heavy weapons, support abilities, or chaos-first gameplay, there's a playstyle here that fits your role in the squad. Borderlands 4 launches on September 12th and will be available across all major consoles and PC. So if your group's ready for another round of fast-paced, loot-heavy madness, this one's already locked and loaded. So, who's your go-to Vault Hunter in this one? And more importantly, who's getting all the good loot this time? Number 3. Monster Hunter Wilds. This isn't just monster hunting. This is the most cinematic co-op hunting experience the series has ever delivered. Monster Hunter Wilds takes everything Capcom has learned over the years and dials it up. Bigger monsters, more dynamic environments, and smoother, smarter co-op. It's still the core formula fans love. Track the monster, learn its patterns, fight for your life, then carve it up and turn it into armor. But now, it all plays out in a world that feels more alive than ever. Up to 4 players can group up and roam massive, seamless zones. No more loading between areas, no more broken pacing. You hunt together, explore together, and survive together. The environments change dynamically, with weather, time of day, and even terrain shifts affecting how monsters behave. One hunt might be sunny and calm. The next, a sandstorm rolls in and completely flips the strategy. Then there's the new Link Party system, a seamless way to team up with friends or strangers on the fly, even mid-mission. Add in rideable secrets, new traversal mechanics, and even deeper weapon customization, and you've got a game that feels like a true evolution of the series. Monster Hunter Wilds launched back in February, and Capcom has already started rolling out major content patches, including new monsters, limited-time hunts, and late-game challenges that require serious coordination. It's built for long-term play, and it's fully cross-platform, so no one gets left behind no matter where they're playing. The only question is, what's the first monster your crew is taking down? And who's getting flattened while trying to take the perfect screenshot? Number 2. Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. You, 2 friends, 1,000 Tyranids. Go! Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 is loud, brutal, and relentless in the best way possible. It takes the grim-dark universe of Warhammer and turns it into a full-blown co-op action spectacle. You're not just a soldier, you're a walking tank, a space marine, carving through hordes of alien enemies with a chainsaw in one hand and a bolter in the other. The game features a full 3-player co-op campaign that feels like it was ripped straight out of a Warhammer novel. Cinematic, over-the-top, and dripping with lore, it throws you and your squad into massive story-driven missions where teamwork is key and chaos is inevitable. One minute you're defending a crumbling outpost, the next you're jetpacking into the middle of a swarm with nothing but a power sword and a prayer. The combat blends third-person shooting with up-close melee, and when it clicks, when you're covering each other's flanks while fighting off dozens of Tyranids at once, it feels absolutely incredible. Loadouts are customizable, and progression carries across missions, so you're constantly improving your gear, unlocking new abilities, and tuning your role in the squad. Whether you're the aggressive frontliner or the one watching everyone's back, there's a playstyle here for your playstyle. Space Marine 2 dropped in September last year, and its 2025 content updates are already expanding the universe. New factions, additional missions, and even more co-op modes are on the way. So, are you loyal to the Emperor, or are you just here for the kill count? Number 1. Helldivers 2. The most fun you'll ever have accidentally killing your friends. Helldivers 2 is chaotic co-op perfection, a 4-player third-person shooter where every bullet counts, including the ones you accidentally fire into your teammate's back. Friendly fire isn't on, it's part of the experience. You and your squad drop onto alien planets to complete missions, extract resources, take out bugs or bots, and contribute to an ongoing galactic war. Sounds simple, right? It never is. Between the enemies, environmental hazards, and your own helpful support weapons, chaos is guaranteed. But it's not just chaos for chaos's sake. The loop is incredibly satisfying. You gear up, deploy to a hot zone, try to survive long enough to complete your objectives, and then call in an extraction while everything around you is burning. And somehow you love every second of it. What really makes Helldivers 2 special is the live galactic war effort. Every mission you complete actually shifts the global player campaign, liberating new planets, unlocking weapons, or affecting the balance of the universe. You're not just grinding levels, you're shaping the outcome of a satirical space war, one explosive mistake at a time. The 2025 Heart of Democracy update added even more madness: urban warfare maps, tighter combat zones, new biomes, and even more ways to die gloriously for Super Earth. It's fast, it's funny, it's endlessly replayable. And yes, it's a total disaster when you try to call in a resupply and accidentally crush your whole squad again. So tell me, how many times have you tactically wiped your friends already? And more importantly, was it worth it? From cosmic battles to cursed farms, those were the 10 best co-op games you and your friends should be playing in 2025. Whether you're into hardcore survival, cinematic story-driven campaigns, or pure chaotic fun, there's something on this list for every type of squad. Some are brand new, some are leveling up with killer updates, but all of them deliver one thing: unforgettable moments with your crew. So now the real question is, which one's your squad's next obsession? Got an underrated co-op gem we didn't include? Drop it in the comments. We're always on the hunt for more multiplayer madness. And if this list helped you discover your next download, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for weekly gaming videos just like this. Hand-picked, no filler, all fire. We've got more countdowns, deep dives, and underrated picks coming up, so don't miss what's next. Thanks for watching. Now go squad up and cause some friendly chaos.